Welcome to MMO Grinder Sidequest, where I take a look at early open or closed betas, subscription trials, and simpler titles, giving you a quick first impression. Today I'll be looking at Brawlhalla, the free-to-play Super Smash Bros. Style fighter available in open beta on Steam. And yes, I know about Rivals of Aether too. Can I focus on the game I'm talking about, thanks? I think most people seem turned off by this game's graphic style. It's a very simplistic animation style with large-headed, small-bodied characters, all having a very similar body and animations, which while easy to create new characters with, does tend to make some characters harder to recognize in the fray. The same can be said about the stages, the simplistic part, not the big heads part, in which the stages will tend to consist of simple shapes and ledges with backgrounds, with only a handful of stages doing any kind of interesting movements. If you're used to Smash's stage hazards, you won't find anything of the sort here at this point. Upon hearing the music, you'll likely be forgiven for thinking of Smash again, because I'm positive this game knows exactly what it's basing itself off of, if the name Brawlhalla wasn't obvious enough. It's the sound that really stands out from the rest, as there's a lot of loud, heavy impacts and crashes to back up anything from the lightest taps to the hardest crushing, screen-clearing blows. It can be a bit loud to listen to without adjustment, but definitely backs up its chaotic action. If you've played Smash, you've played this. Well, not really, but it's not going to take too many adjustments to wrap your head around this one. Key differences in playstyle will give you a bit more control on your overall movement, but others might have a hard time wrapping their head around the very specific hitboxes, as certain weapons like pistols and bows won't hit your opponent from across the screen, but can't be used in complete melee range either. It'll make more sense if you play it, but it takes a bit of practice to get used to. I say weapons because another key difference in Brawlhalla is that your character starts out unarmed, and can wield one of two weapon styles during gameplay, not counting pickups like bombs and warhorns. When a sword icon falls into the stage, you can pick it up to get one of your character's two weapons at random. If you don't like how that weapon plays, or you just find it funny or strategic, you can just throw that weapon across the screen to try for another one. You also can't use any of the pickup items if you're holding a weapon, so that might be another reason to toss it if such an item might suit you better at the moment. Like Smash, the rules still apply. Time matches will have you causing enough damage to your opponents to knock them off the stage to earn points, while stock matches give you a set pool of lives to use before depleting. Where the gameplay differs greatly are in other modes like Snow Brawl, a chaotic mode where characters will drop all fighting weaponry to toss snowballs at each other. There's the sports like Brawl Ball and Bombskit Ball, where the former has you carry a football to the opponent's goal, while the latter has you tossing bombs at the opponent's target, both of which come with their own stages. Finally, Strikeout, which isn't baseball as the theme was implying, but a twist on the Stock Lives mode where your stock can consist of different characters you choose. You can choose to play the game offline, online in random matches, or even set up custom rooms, public or private with friends if you prefer. Match communication seems to consist of various unlockable animation taunts and an end-of-match GG button. Though a chat log does appear at the end of the match, I've yet to see anyone use it. People normally will just close out and move on to the next one. Taking a couple pages from the MOBA chapter of free-to-play games, Brawlhalla is a truly free-to-play game that only requires you to grind for gold to unlock the characters you might want. Or, if you want to support the developers and don't want to wait, you can pay for them outright with Mammoth coins. If you want to go the Smite route and have access to every character in the game from now until they stop adding characters, you can buy an all-characters pack for $20 as well. This will render your gold earnings almost useless, however, as the only thing that you'll be able to buy is these specialty color unlocks, as the rest of the purely cosmetic items are only purchasable with Mammoth coins at the moment. I'm not certain this game will reach a point with enough content that I could do a full episode on it, but since it's still technically an early access game in beta, it has time and I just can't qualify it yet. I can say that I very much enjoy this game, to the point that I like it better than the game it's taking inspiration from, but I still see room for improvement that I feel that these developers are fully capable of. We may even make it a grindstone staple, as long as we don't get any of our members getting to no items Fox-only Final Destination on us. Whether or not you feel like you'd enjoy something like this just by looking at it, especially if you're the type to incessantly bring up Rivals of Aether every time I talk about this game is completely free and has a ridiculously small download, so I encourage you to give it a shot at least if you're remotely interested in trying it. This has been an MMO Grinder Sidequest, and it's time I logged out.